Man, I'm built different, period. I'm just built different, man. And I've always had an eye, discipline, and a work ethic that I've had at a young age that I just apply it there.
Today, I want you to join me on a journey back in time. Not to a specific year, but to a specific feeling. A specific drive that once defined an entire era of human history. We're talking about ambition. It's a word that might sound a little strange to us now, a relic from a different age. But for our ancestors, it was everything. It was the engine that built cities that touched the sky, the force that connected continents, and the spark that ignited incredible technological revolutions. For centuries, ambition was seen as a virtue, the highest quality a person could possess. It was the promise that if you just worked hard enough, you could achieve anything. Build an empire, change the world, leave a legacy. This drive was deeply woven into the fabric of their society, what they called capitalism. It was a system built on the very idea of endless growth, both for the collective and the individual. The narrative was powerful. Your value as a person was tied to your achievements, your income, your status. To be ambitious was to be alive. To lack it was to be failing. Schools, media, even family stories, they all reinforced this one central message: climb the ladder. And for a while, it seemed to work. Humanity achieved wonders. They went from horse-drawn carriages to vehicles that drove themselves, from sending letters by sea to communicating instantly across the globe. Ambition was the fuel, and progress was the roaring fire. But fires, as we know, can be difficult to control. And this particular fire began to burn out of control, consuming the very people who tended it. The endless pursuit of more started to take a heavy toll. The line between a healthy drive and a destructive obsession became blurred. People began to measure their lives not in moments of joy or connection, but in promotions, pay raises, and possessions. The pressure was immense. Work wasn't just a part of life. For many, it became their entire life. They sacrificed sleep, relationships, and their own well-being on the altar of success. The result was a silent epidemic that historians now call the Great Burnout. Anxiety and depression rates soared. People felt trapped on a treadmill they couldn't get off. The promise of having it all turned into the reality of doing it all, leaving them exhausted and empty. Families became strained as parents were chasing successful careers. They had less and less time for their children or each other. Community bonds frayed. The very meaning they were chasing through their ambition seemed to recede further with every step they took up the ladder. They were accumulating wealth and status, but losing themselves in the process. It was a profound paradox. The quest for a better life was making life worse. They had built a world of incredible convenience and connection, yet had never felt more isolated and disconnected from what truly matters. Looking back from our vantage point, it's clear what happened. They mistook the vehicle for the destination. Ambition was a powerful tool, but they forgot to ask what they were building for. They optimized for productivity, but neglected humanity. Our society today is built on the lessons learned from their mistakes. We value balance, community, and personal well-being, not as luxuries, but as essentials. We understand that a meaningful life isn't about climbing higher than everyone else, but about connecting more deeply with ourselves and with each other. The Autopsy of Ambition teaches us a vital lesson. True progress isn't about how fast you can run, but about making sure you're running in the right direction. It's about building a world where people can thrive, not just survive. End of transmission. Reality will now resume.
Man, I'm built different, period. I'm just built different, man. And I've always had an eye, discipline, and a work ethic that I've had at a young age that I just